now take a look at the weather.
Our latest radar imagery showed only light isolated showers.
The news in detail.
When the job calls, you need a truck that works as hard as you do. Strong, reliable, and built for the load. The Jack Freight Truck gets the job done. From the lumberyard to the work site. Power your business with confidence. I can count on Jack to get the job done right.
En Atlantic Bank, tu comodidad es nuestra prioridad. Nuestro centro de contacto está diseñado para mejorar tu experiencia bancaria, con una amplia gama de opciones de servicio al cliente. Ahorras tiempo y esfuerzo. Puedes llamar fácilmente para bloquear o desbloquear tus tarjetas de débito y crédito, realizar consultas de cuentas y acceder a información detallada de tus tarjetas. Ya sea que necesites asistencia con la banca en línea, apoyo para comercios o consultas generales, nuestro equipo está listo para ayudarte. Para mayor comodidad, si todos los operadores están ocupados, puedes dejar tu número y un operador te devolverá la llamada lo antes posible para asegurarse de que recibas el apoyo que necesitas. Para mayor seguridad, es posible que necesitemos verificar tu identidad con un conjunto de preguntas sencillas. Recuerda, Atlantic Bank nunca solicitará tu nombre de tu usuario ni contraseña de Atlantic Online por llamada telefónica, mensaje de texto o correo electrónico, asegurando que tu información personal permanezca segura y protegida. Nuestro equipo de apoyo está disponible de lunes a viernes, de 8 a.m. a 6 p.m. en inglés y en español. Simplemente marca al 223-1212. Esta es la línea dedicada para nuestro centro de contacto. Atlantic Bank se compromete a brindarte un servicio excepcional y las herramientas que necesitas para administrar tus finanzas de manera conveniente y segura. Aprovecha al máximo nuestro servicio del centro de contacto.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Belize wakes up connected to opportunity. And across our country, the work to keep Belize connected continues. SMART continues expanding our network across the country, bringing stronger coverage to more communities. With recent service enhancements in areas at Blue Creek and Progreso, Belize City, Orange Walk, and more on the way. We're bringing education closer to home, empowering entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, supporting industries that drive our economy, and keeping families connected wherever life takes them. With every expansion, we are investing in the infrastructure that moves Belize forward. Because connection isn't just about city, it's about opportunity, progress, and the future we are building together. SMART, bringing people together.
Every great job starts at Brothers Habet, with the best supplies and the right support, including free delivery on site, so you can focus on the job. Brothers Habet, working with contractors since 1983.
I overwhelmed. I never know how to talk right now.
Estamos súper emocionados, estoy temblando, súper agradecida con todo. Ellos súper felices.
I received a whole 2-bedroom house for me and my son and my daughter right here. So it's more than emotional. Thanks very much.
I'm grateful as a single parent right now to actually own one.
I feel like a load has been lifted off my shoulder receiving this key today. Currently, I'm living with my sister. I'm invading her privacy, so this changes a lot, not only for me, but for her.
I'm like, keep on my knees. I keep on praying and I keep on asking God, let this be successful this time, because I have already tried 4 times. Everything done, baby. Everything done. No more hunger, no more starvation.
We want to thank the Ministry of Housing. We want to thank Minister Julius, the members of the housing team that were able to partner with us, partner with Fort George to be able to provide for these ladies.
I'm very grateful that we have this program that can support individuals like her who are, trying to live the right way and trying to provide for their families. Our job is to support them and to give them a lifting hand.
All families are deserving of a dignified home. All children are certainly deserving of having their own place. I believe in this government. I believe in the ministry, the minister, the leadership of MIDH, and I believe in the leadership of our Prime Minister, Honorable John Briceño.
Thank you.
In a democracy, what is good for the government cannot be bad for the people. And what is good for the people cannot be bad for the government.
We came a long way. It's like over 16 years that it was basically like 2-3 houses in that area.
It was wild. One high bush like jungle. I want to take my lick. Say no water, no light. I tell her no about that. We have figured it out.
You wonder how long it will take for this to happen.
A year ago, you were considered squatters.
We made a picado and we came in. I'm a teenager. Everybody said it was swamp, When we get in here, it was like gold.
Today, you're landowners.
This that for we, and we're proud of this.
Now we're claiming our house on the land.
We have worked so hard to make this happen for us.
This is a beautiful day, folks, because we are taking care of people who have taken care of us. Because we wouldn't be here today without you.
Belize is leveling up. We're moving from a bunch of IDs in endless forms to one secure, smart way to prove who you are. The National ID will give you your own unique number, a protected population register, and faster verification, so things actually get done quicker. It's built with privacy, transparency, and inclusion because this system is for everyone. Have something to say? Join the public consultation.
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. At today's Ministry of Health press conference on the controversial implementation of prescription regulations, including for hormonal birth control, Dr. Melissa Diaz-Musa, Director of Health and Wellness, announced that there will be a 12-month transition for the implementation of enforcement of general prescription medications. The National Trade Union Congress of Belize, in a release, announced today that it firmly rejects the contraceptive prescription regulation, saying it is archaic and sets women's reproductive rights back nearly 5 decades. Citing negative practical implications, the NTUCB calls for the regressive proposal to be revised. The NTUCB believes that the policy reduces women's control over their personal choices and adds that Belize does not have sufficient gynecologists to meet the increased demand. Considering working women in particular, the NTUCB says it is not feasible nor affordable for many women to take time off from their jobs for a consultation. With our public healthcare system already under strain, the NTUCB emphasized that priority must be given to caring for sick and vulnerable patients. The union umbrella organization wrote, quote, requiring women to seek medical appointments solely to obtain routine contraceptives would place an additional and avoidable burden on these facilities, and ended its release saying it is not a move it can accept. A drug plane landed in northern Belize near Newland, Corozal, just after 6 on Friday evening, resulting in the seizure of approximately 1,215.6 pounds of cocaine and 535 parcels, and the arrest of 2 Mexicans believed to be pilots. The estimated street value is 11.3 million Belize dollars. Police today said there is insufficient evidence to charge 2 Belizeans who are also detained, but they remain persons of interest. On Saturday, the Belize Police Department issued a release confirming the incident and added that Belizean security forces, along with partner nations, had been tracking the aircraft, reported to be a Cessna 206, as it traveled from South America. The police also revealed that specialized units were conducting surveillance of potential landing sites and that the operation was coordinated by the Joint Intelligence Operations Center, which collaborated with the police, BDF, Coast Guard, and Customs Department. Today, Commissioner of Police Dr. Anthony Richard Rosado shared more details on the collaboration with regional partners and the local collaboration spearheaded by JIOC.
Approximately 1:50 p.m., a custom enforcement team operating in Newland Village, Corozal District, encountered a SUV parked near the coastline. The vehicle was occupied by 2 Belizean national and 1 Mexican national, and inside the vehicle, officers discovered 9 canisters of suspected aviation fuel, a firearm, and a satellite phone. These were clear indicators that the Newland village was the intended landing site of the aircraft. By 2:40 p.m., the aircraft was estimated to be just over 1 hour from entering Belize airspace. By this time, the operational focus had already been mobilized and strategically deployed in Newland. At 5:03 p.m., airspace clearance was granted and the Belize Defense Force deployed their air asset. At 5:10 p.m., the Mexican air asset were also granted permission to enter Belize airspace to support our operation. At 5:21 p.m., Belize primary radar confirmed contact with the suspected aircraft approximately 6 nautical miles east of Carmelita village, heading northeast. At 6:14 p.m., the aircraft landed in Newland village. Observed deplaning were 2 Hispanic male persons, later identified as Paul Valenzuela Usana and Edgar Aguilar Trinidad, both Mexican national. A search of the aircraft revealed multiple bales of suspected cocaine wrapped in plastic. Also intercepted at the landing site was a Chevrolet Suburban SUV occupied by two Belizean nationals. That vehicle has since been impounded as the investigation continues. In total, authorities recover 535 parcels of suspected cocaine weighing 1,215.6 pounds with an estimated street value of 11,027,800 Belize dollars.
There are reports that the vehicle and the fuel were set on fire by police. The commissioner denied those reports.
Both individuals have since been formally arrested and charged for importation of controlled drugs and immigration offenses and taken before the court, where they have since been remanded until their next court appearance in May. I want to add, as it relates to the narrative, that it was law enforcement that burned the SUV that contained the suspected aviation. That is not so. As I have indicated, it was custom enforcement team that made the interception, and given the circumstances that was at hand at the time, which I will not get into the specifics, it was prudent for the custom officers to withdraw. The important thing is that the interaction was well documented. The vehicle was processed by the scenes of crime personnel and will be further processed by the fire department. The custom officers were the first one when the vehicle was discovered. Certain things happened on the ground that required them to retreat. They then retreat, and we send additional support from the security forces. When they returned, the vehicle was on fire.
Seized from the Mexican nationals were close to $5,000 and 11,000 Mexican pesos, as well as several electronic devices. The Mexicans have been remanded and are set to reappear in court in May. Almost 2 weeks after their press conference on March 30, the Belize Energy Workers for Justice, BEWJ, have planned a protest for tomorrow, Tuesday, in front of Belize Electricity Limited headquarters in Belize City. BEL's position is that it has complied with the law on severance and that severance is built into its pension plan. However, the former workers say the clause in the company's pension scheme contravenes the November 2025 Caribbean Court of Justice ruling on severance. The workers are set to demonstrate between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. After the break, Health Ministry emphasizes individualized care after doctor labels prescription regulation overkill. Stay with us.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. We continue to serve you.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest smartest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Sea una persona ocupada o atrapada en el tráfico, o que tenga una circunstancia adversa o muy exigente, la tensión se acumula y lo estresa. El estrés ataca a todos en cualquier momento, a cualquier edad. El estrés es un asesino. Es mejor estar vivo que muerto, así que visite la farmacia de Freetown para obtener opciones.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué puedo hacer para usted hoy?
Estoy bien estresado.
Ok, tengo una pastilla que le va a ayudar, ¿ok? Que toma una de eso al día para 10 días y va a estar bien después, ¿sabes?
Ok. Farmacia Freetown, carretera 28 Freetown, donde estás mejor vivo que muerto. Farmacia Freetown, teléfono 22 32 87 6.
Weighing in on the contraceptives prescription controversy, well-known and respected Belizean doctor Marcelo Coyi on Sunday called the enforcement overkill. He indicated that women with comorbidities may face complications from contraceptive use, but notes that the majority of women using birth control are in their 20s and 30s and not considered high risk. He recommends that the prescription requirement be limited to women over 40 with comorbidities and that there be an education campaign for, quote, women who need to see a doctor before beginning oral contraceptives, end quote. The response from the Director of Public Health and Wellness is that medical decisions should be individualized, not based on blanket rules like age alone.
I saw Dr. Koyi's post as well, and I think that there are some good suggestions in the post in terms of the rollout for leave it for 12 months and inform patients why it's important to see your doctor for initiation of a birth control. And I think that he's referring to, he used the age 40, because as you get older, you have more comorbidities like high blood pressure, obesity, diabetes, other things that put you more at risk. But it can't be a blanket statement across the board, because like I've mentioned, what if you're 35, but you have severe uncontrolled hypertension? The combined pill would not be the pill for you. Or if you've had a clot in your legs before, but you're 39. So you can't just look at age as one of the only factor. If you're over 40, go to a doctor. If you're younger, I've mentioned to you a breastfeeding mother. They shouldn't be on the combined pill. The combined pill could stop them from breastfeeding, cause anxiety, depression, other things. So although it's an idea that we could work with, a blanket statement like that, as public health workers, we cannot go with a blanket statement of over 40. We know that we have 35-year-olds, 36-year-olds who have severely poorly controlled hypertension or who are extremely obese. So you've got to look at that individual patient. And that is what medicine is. Medicine is not one size fits all. As I've said to you, you might be able to take aspirin, but I get a complete allergic reaction to aspirin. So it has to be that continuous discussion with your healthcare provider. That's really important.
Joan Burke, the director of the Belize Family Life Association, BFLA, came out swinging against the Ministry of Health's enforcement of prescription regulations for birth control. Burke described it as a serious hit to women's empowerment in the area of reproductive rights, saying accomplishments of close to 5 decades would be eroded. She added it would be a loss for women and young girls, leading to an increase in unwanted pregnancies. According to Burke, BFLA was not consulted. The Director of Health Services responded today.
In terms of BFLA, I don't know what it means, what you mean with regards to BFLA has not been consulted, but BFLA is a clinic. They have doctors and nurses working there. They don't have a table outside on the side of the street giving out contraceptives. The contraceptives that BFLA are giving out with a prescription, unless you're talking about advice of abstinence or condoms or the morning after pill. Those things don't need. So when you talk about contraceptives, in our minds, we're thinking about the combined contraceptive microgynon, but there are other contraceptives that can be given out. So BFLA utilizes their prescription system and they communicate with their patients. They talk to their patients about the potential side effects and the best medication for them, and they do their prescription and they get their
The Ministry of Health and Wellness vehemently rejects that the prescription requirement for hormonal birth control violates women's rights. Dr. Melissa Diaz-Musa argues to the contrary, noting that the consultation ensures women receive the proper prescription and determine the, quote, safest, most effective, and best birth control method, end quote. In today's press conference, she admitted that public consultation was lacking and also addressed the concern of access, including unavailability of service in rural areas, distance, and clinic hours.
During the process of updating the OTC list, that's the over-the-counter list, the Ministry of Health and Wellness consulted and informed store owners in every district in Belize, and we also did this update along with the Pharmacy Association of Belize. So we met with them on several occasions as well. However, I can say here that one, we were not aware of the amount of people who go into a pharmacy and purchase prescription medications without a prescription. And two, we did not conduct the number of consultations that we should have to sensitize and to inform the public of the differences between the over-the-counter medication and the importance of getting a prescription for prescription-only medication. A large-scale public health campaign should have been conducted simultaneously with the discussions that we had with store owners and the Pharmacy Association. And this is acknowledged here today. Questions and concerns from the public regarding access must also be addressed. And I would like to make it clear here that the Ministry of Health and Wellness has over 60 health facilities across this country, which provide nursing consultation, doctor consultation, medications, laboratory testing, and other healthcare services for absolutely free. All districts in Belize have a primary care facility that's open Sunday to Sunday. And we open until 8 p.m. And on the weekends, most facilities open until 2. Belmopan here opens until 5 p.m. on a Saturday and a Sunday. So that's important to mention. We also have numerous health centers across the country in rural setting, staffed by rural health nurses. Rural health nurses are trained nurses who can dispense medication, including contraceptives. We have increased our mobile clinics to smaller villages, and we have made these mobiles comprehensive mobiles, which means that the mobiles now have doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and other allied health workers as is needed. In addition to all this, prescription medication, including contraceptives and chronic disease medicines, can be accessed at any pharmacy countrywide using a refill or a repeat prescription. This has been happening for years.
An undeniable social reality is that teenagers are engaging in sexual activity, raising the risk of an unintended pregnancies. Today, we asked the Director of Health and Wellness whether enforcing prescription regulations for hormonal birth control could create barriers and contribute to increased rates of teenage pregnancy. Dr. Melissa Diaz-Musa affirmed that adolescent health is a priority for the ministry, and they have an adolescent health policy and norms that ensures medical access for teens.
We're now in a project with one of the UN agencies to create adolescent-friendly spaces, because our aim is exactly that. We want young people to be on the safest and the best contraceptive for them. But you're saying that you think it's okay for a 13-year-old to walk into a pharmacy and ask them to buy a pack of microgynon without knowing how to use it, when they will be protected, when can they start having sex without the risk of getting pregnant, what could be the potential side effects for that young girl on this contraceptive pill? Is that what you're saying, that that's the right of that child? Because the best approach that we have at this point, and we have been going to our health facilities, encouraging that adolescents get that space and get that ability to see a doctor. Adolescents can see a doctor on their own legally if we determine that they're what we call compos mentis. So they're competent, they understand what is being explained, they understand what is being asked. But we also try to encourage an adolescent to bring somebody else, an aunt, a sister, if you don't feel like you could speak to your mother, to talk about sexual and reproductive health. It's a very important topic. And when we go into schools, our public health nurses and rural health nurses go into schools and they take their charts, then they explain a lot about sex, about reproduction, about contraceptives. And as I had mentioned, our community health workers do a lot as well in the villages to talk about these options. So to mention to you, more than 10 years ago, we had 75 per 10,000 teenage pregnancies. Now in 2025, the country of Belize, we have 44 per 10,000 teenage pregnancies. That has come down significantly, and it has come down because we have been working with our teenagers. We have been working at schools. Our nurses in our health facilities have been doing their health education and training, and we have opened up for a more friendly approach to adolescents. But we still would like adolescents to also have somebody that they can trust, somebody in their community. And many times I have seen adolescents on numerous occasions and prescribe medication for them without an adult. But I encourage them to come in, bring your older sister, bring somebody else that you can talk to. And if you get side effects, come in and see us so that we can make some changes to the medications that you're on.
In related news, the advocacy group Liberation 921 launched a sharp critique of the Ministry of Health and Wellness following the mandate on birth control medication. While the ministry maintains that the policy is a safety measure rather than a barrier to access, Liberation 921 argues the regulation will have predictable effects that disproportionately harm the country's most vulnerable populations. In a series of public statements on Facebook, the group asserted that prescription requirements inevitably raise costs and slow down the process of obtaining essential medication. The group echoed the concerns of BFLA Executive Director Joan Burke, who highlighted the hidden financial toll on women in remote communities. She said, quote, "We can very well see one packet of pills that probably will cost $10 or less, but the cost to that woman could be almost $200, depending on where she's coming from," end quote. Liberation 921 warned that restricted access carries severe, real-world consequences, including increases in unintended pregnancies and unsafe abortions, heightened risks of maternal and child death, and greater vulnerability to feminicide. The group maintains that the heaviest burden of this policy will fall on young people, impoverished communities, and those living outside urban centers. After the break, accident on San Esteban Road claims life of motorcyclists. Stay tuned.
The Social Security Board's new whistleblower reporting system makes it easy and confidential to speak up by reporting misuse of the Social Security services and benefits, including fraud, misconduct, false claims, and more. If you know of any unethical or illegal activity relating to SSB benefits, claims, or personnel, go to ssbspeakup.integrityline.com or use our toll-free hotline 0800-SPEAK-UP, 0800-773-2587. This confidential reporting system is a way for you to report concerns or incidents privately without fear of reprisal. Your submission is confidential and anonymous. The Social Security Board is committed to providing a secure, confidential medium for whistleblowing that promotes organizational accountability and enhances public confidence in our services.
En Atlantic Bank, tu comodidad es nuestra prioridad. Nuestro centro de contacto está diseñado para mejorar tu experiencia bancaria, con una amplia gama de opciones de servicio al cliente. Ahorras tiempo y esfuerzo. Puedes llamar fácilmente para bloquear o desbloquear tus tarjetas de débito y crédito, realizar consultas de cuentas y acceder a información detallada de tus tarjetas. Ya sea que necesites asistencia con la banca en línea, apoyo para comercios o consultas generales, nuestro equipo está listo para ayudarte. Para mayor comodidad, si todos los operadores están ocupados, puedes dejar tu número y un operador te devolverá la llamada lo antes posible para asegurarse de que recibas el apoyo que necesitas. Para mayor seguridad, es posible que necesitemos verificar tu identidad con un conjunto de preguntas sencillas. Recuerda, Atlantic Bank nunca solicitará tu nombre de tu usuario ni contraseña de Atlantic Online por llamada telefónica, mensaje de texto o correo electrónico, asegurando que tu información personal permanezca segura y protegida. Nuestro equipo de apoyo está disponible de lunes a viernes, de 8 a.m. a 6 p.m., en inglés y en español. Simplemente marca al 223-1212. Esta es la línea dedicada para nuestro centro de contacto. Atlantic Bank se compromete a brindarte un servicio excepcional y las herramientas que necesitas para administrar tus finanzas de manera conveniente y segura. Aprovecha al máximo nuestro servicio del centro de contacto.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
This is a Jack X200. This is a very recommendable vehicle. Storage capacity to the max, right? Fuel efficient, easy rider, AC not a play, the pump, comfortable, and it carry me to all my destination. I can count on Jack to take me and my packages where I need to go. I recommend it anytime. We're the best from the West.
I was overwhelmed. I don't even know how to talk right now.
Estamos súper emocionados, estoy temblando, súper agradecida con todo. Ellos súper felices.
I receive a whole 2-bedroom house for me and my son and my daughter right here. So it's more than emotional.
I'm grateful as a single parent right now to actually own one.
I feel like a load has been lifted off my shoulder receiving this key today. Currently, I'm living with my sister. I'm invading her privacy, so this changes a lot, not only for me, but for her.
I'm like, keep on my knees. I keep on praying and I keep on asking God, let this be successful this time, because I have already tried 4 times.
Everything done, baby. Everything done. No more hunger, no more starvation.
We want to thank the Ministry of Housing. We want to thank Minister Julius, the members of the housing team that were able to partner with us, partner with Fort George to be able to provide for these ladies.
I'm very grateful that we have this program that can support individuals like her who are trying to live the right way and trying to provide for their families. Our job is to support them and to give them a lifting hand.
All families are deserving of a dignified home. All children are certainly deserving of having their own place. I believe in this government. I believe in the ministry, the minister, the leadership of MIDH, and I believe in the leadership of our Prime Minister, Honorable John Briceño.
Thank you.
A tragic traffic accident on the San Esteban Road in Orange Walk has claimed the life of a motorcyclist identified as 21-year-old Zuriel Cruz. The incident reportedly occurred after 5 on Sunday evening and involved a red Ford Ranger pickup truck and a motorcycle. Cruz reportedly died at the scene. ASP Stacy Smith today provided additional information.
The officers responded, and upon their arrival, they observed an injured and unresponsive male person who was later learned to be Zuriel Cruz, 21 years of age. Also observed on the scene of the accident was a damaged motorcycle and a pickup truck, which also showed signs of damage. Cruz was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead sometime around 5:37 p.m. What the ongoing investigation has suggested is that Cruz was on board a motorcycle on the San Andres Road heading towards Orange Walk Town, and a pickup truck was traveling in the opposite direction. The suggestion is that the pickup truck made a left turn onto a dirt road, which caused a collision between the cycle and the pickup truck. The driver of the pickup truck has since been served with a notice of intended prosecution, and a urine sample has been obtained from him.
A search is underway for 17-year-old Alwin Marin Jr. following the grim discovery of his friend's body in the Port Loyola area on Friday morning. The two teenagers, Marin Jr. and 18-year-old Jail Westby, reportedly set off on horseback Thursday morning for a fishing trip. Concerns grew when neither returned home that evening, leading Westby's mother to file a missing persons report. Hours later, Westby's body was recovered by authorities. Marin's father stated that while police located the horses the boys had been riding, his son remains unaccounted for. Search teams in the fishing area also discovered Marin Jr.'s shirt and slippers. Today, ASP Stacy Smith provided an update on both incidents.
Westby, 18 years of age, and the disappearance of Alwin Marin, 17 years of age, both of Belize City. The investigation commenced on Friday, 10 April at around 6:45 a.m. when a relative of Westby visited the police booth that is located on Central American Boulevard and advised the officers that Westby did not return home over the course of the night, and the last time he was seen was sometime around 3 o'clock p.m. on Thursday. She further advised that he was in the company of a friend, namely Alwin Marin. The police officers were also told that he was supposed to be going into the dike area to hunt for iguanas. As a consequence of this, the officers conducted a search in the dike area, and sometime after 8 o'clock a.m., the unresponsive body of Westby was found, and apparent gunshot wounds were observed on his body. The investigation into this incident, as well as the disappearance of Alwin Marin, continues. We are not in a position to form any conclusion. We are seeking Mr. Marin. Several efforts have been made, and those have proved fruitless, so we are urging those members of the general public who may have information in relation to this incident, particularly the murder and also the disappearance of Mr. Marin, to provide us with information. This investigation has proved particularly challenging because the vast area is one of those areas that police cameras are not located. We have since expanded our search to see what, if any, information can be obtained to assist with the investigation.
Police in San Ignacio, Cayo are investigating the death of a man, Elian Leal, following an apparent self-inflicted shooting on Saturday night. Emergency medical personnel arrived on the scene shortly after the reports emerged, but he had already succumbed. Leal's uncle told police that the incident occurred near a popular establishment in the Twin Towns. Leal was a youth football coach, and his team, Wolverine FC, issued a statement on Facebook following his death, stating, quote, "Elian was one of our founding coaches and played a vital role in the early development of our team. We are sincerely grateful for his dedication, guidance, and the time and effort he invested in shaping our club. His contributions will always be remembered and appreciated," end quote. A 13-year-old male was threatened at gunpoint on Sunday afternoon in the Mayflower area of Belize City. The suspect reportedly drew a gray 9mm pistol, pointed it at the boy, and pulled the trigger. However, the firearm snapped. The incident occurred at around 2:30 p.m. when the minor was walking from Lakeview Street toward Mayflower Street. He told police that he was intercepted by two unidentified men wearing ski masks. After the failed shooting attempt, the minor managed to flee the scene by jumping over a nearby fence and eventually reached his home unharmed. Police are investigating the incident. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on this station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.